Hey guys, welcome back to my 2011 DVD collection overview. This part will be on my Doctor Who DVDs. I don't know if this will be in multiple parts, but I'll just get started and see how I go. So first up we have my Torchwood series 1 to 3 box set. I love Torchwood. My favourite series is probably Children of Earth, but yeah. And I am actually interested to see the new series. This year I believe it's coming out, so yeah. And then we have the Dalek collection. This has the two 1960s movies starring Peter Cushing I'm not too sure how you pronounce his name, as Doctor Who. They were movie adaptations of the Daleks and the Dalek invasion of Earth. They were alright. Nothing spectacular, but yeah, I just got it for completion's sake. So then we have Doctor Who Lost in Time, which has all the surviving episodes and clips that weren't destroyed by the BBC. Sure everyone knows that there's like, I think it's like 108 episodes that were destroyed or are missing, because the BBC got rid of them after they were aired. So yeah, and it's a shame because there are actually a lot of really good episodes that were lost from what I've heard of the audios, and yeah, and oh well. Then we start off with the first Doctor stories with An Unearthly Child, The Daleks, and The Edge of Destruction. Edge of Destruction is, I think, my third favourite Doctor Who story. I just really love it for some reason. I think it's like, because it takes place like entirely in the TARDIS, and it's just there's something about it that makes me love it. Then we have The Keys of Marinus, The Aztecs, The Dalek Invasion of Earth, The Rescue and the Romans, The Web Planet, which is one of my least favourite stories. Because it's not one that I'm going to be rewatching anytime soon. So yeah, it just dragged on for because they could have easily done it in a 4-part story, but it was done in a 6-part story, and yeah, I just didn't like it at all. Then we have The Space Museum and The Chase. The Chase is the better one of the two stories. And then we have The Time Meddler and The War Machines. And then moving into the second Doctor stories, we have The Tomb of the Cybermen, The Dominators, The Mind Robber, and The Invasion, which is a really good story, one of my favourites. And I also liked The Tomb of the Cybermen, but out of the two, The Invasion would be my favourite. Then we have The Seas of Death and The War Games, because a lot of the second Doctor stories, I think most of them were lost in the thing, so yeah, because I think there's only like one complete story still remaining that has to be released. And but yeah, The War Games is I think it's my second, or it's up in my top 5. I just can't remember which order I'd placed it in. I think it's my second favourite, but I'm not 100% sure where I ranked it, but yeah, it's up in my top 5. It's just a great epic story, and the final for the second Doctor, because this is a 10-part story, so yeah. Then we have Spearhead because we're now into the third Doctor stories, with Spearhead from Space, Doctor Who and the Silurians, Inferno, which is another great story, The Claws of Axos, The Curse of Peladon, The Sea Devils, The Time Monster, The Three Doctors, another of my favourites. It was so great seeing the first 3 Doctors interacting with each other, particularly 2 and 3, because they spent pretty much the whole time arguing between themselves. So yeah, this is a great little story. Yeah, I really liked it a lot. Then we have Carnival and Monsters, Frontier in Space, Planet of the Daleks, The Green Death, and The Time Worry, which is my favourite Doctor Who story of the classic Who. I really love it a lot. It introduces Sarah Jane Smith as the companion for the first time, and yeah, it's my favourite story, pretty much. Then we have The Monster of Peladon, and then moving into the Tom Baker era stories, we have Robot, The Ark in Space, The Sontaran Experiment, Genesis of the Daleks, another one of my favourites. I have to really sit down and work out the order, like top 10 stories, but it is one of my favourites. Revenge of the Cybermen, I really liked this one a lot. I know a lot of people didn't really care for it, but I just thought it was such a fun story to watch, and yeah. And then we have Planet of Evil. Yeah, they're all falling down. Pyramids of Mars. The Brain of Morbius. The Seeds of Death. Sorry, no, that's The Seeds of Doom. This is another really good story. The Mask of Mandragora. The Hand of Fear, which is Sarah Jane Smith's final story for the classic crew. We have The Deadly Assassin. This is one of my favourites. I actually think this is my second favourite story because I really did like this one because it's the first story where the Doctor doesn't have a companion, and it takes place on his home planet Gallifrey, and yeah, it's a really good story. And we have The Robots of Death, The Talons of Wen Cheyenne, another favourite. I really do want to pick up the Jago and Lightfoot box sets because I loved these two in this, and I also liked the Companion Chronicles that they were in. I'm kind of blanking on the title, but they were good in that, and yeah. We have Horror of Fenrock, The Invisible Enemy, which is the introduction to K9, Underworld, Image of the Fendal, and The Invasion of Time. We just have a little Dalek there, my micro Dalek. This is one of the most awesome things ever. Then we have my Key to Time box set, which takes up season 16, I believe it is, with the Ribeth Operation, The Pirate Planet, Stones of Blood, Androids of Tara, Power of Kroll, and the Armageddon Factor. The Pirate Planet is my favourite one of the two, and then I also really for this series of the season, and Androids of Tara was another favourite. We have Destiny of the Daleks, City of Death, The Creature from the Pit, The Horns of Nimon. Yeah, sorry if the camera's not picking this up too well. The Leisure Hive. Then we have the E-Space trilogy with Full Circle, State of Decay, and Warrior's Gate. And then we have the final two Tom Baker stories with The Keeper of Traken and Logopolis. And then we go into Peter Davison's era with Castrovalva, 4 to Doomsday, The Visitation, Black Orchid, Earthshock, Time Flight, Arc of Infinity, Mordrin, that's the two time that those two were together. Then we have the Black Guardian trilogy with Mordrin Undead, Terminus, and Enlightenment. We have the Kin's Demons, The Five Doctors, which is another great story. I think this was one of the anniversary ones, but I think it's the 25th anniversary, but I'm not 100% sure. Then we have Warriors of the Deep, Resurrection of the Daleks, Planet of Fire, and The Caves of Androzani, which which is another of my favourites. It's my 5th favourite story. It's really well done, and it has my favourite opening line by a regenerating Doctor, which is when the 6th Doctor goes for the first, to Perry, goes, "Changed my dear, and not a moment too soon." I just love that line. It's really great. And then we move into the 6th Doctor era with the Twin Dilemma, Attack of the Cybermen, Vengeance of Varys, The Mark of the Rani, The Two Doctors, another great, it's another one of my favourites, with the 2nd and 6th Doctors together. Time Lash, which I actually enjoyed, because I know a lot of people hated this one, but it's a lot of fun, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. And then we have Revelation of the Daleks and the Trial of a Time Lord box set. It has, yeah, I'm just trying to, I can't remember the episodes. It's like Mind Warp, The Mysterious Planet, and there's a couple of 2 others that I'm really blanking on. So, and then there's, start with the 7th Doctor era with Time and the Rani, Delta and the Venommen, Remembrance of the Daleks, which I actually think is my favourite 7th Doctor story, and one of my favourites overall, Silver Nemesis, Battlefield, Ghostlight, The Curse of Fenric, Survival, and the TV movie, which I didn't mind. It was, for what it was, I really did enjoy it. And then we move into the New Who series with series 1, 2, 3, 4, the complete specials, and series 5. My order goes series 4, 5, 1, 3, and 2. Yeah, I didn't really like the 2nd series. I felt that it was pretty weak compared to the rest of the series, but that's just me. And then we have The Infinite Quest and Dreamland, which were 2 animated series. K9 and Company, A Girl's Best Friend, which was a spin-off featuring Sarah Jane Smith and K9, but it never took off. And then we have the Sarah Jane Adventures, series 1, 2, and 3. I really do love this show. It gets better each season, and yeah, series 3 is my favourite at the moment, but I think series 4 will take over once I see that all the way through. So yeah, and then we just have Dr. Martha and a couple of TARDISes and the Weeping Angel. So yeah, that's it for my 2011 DVD collection overview. I just have my figures lying down because I needed to move them, otherwise they'd all be falling down. So yeah, and I'll just show you quickly the part that was completely in darkness when I filmed this yesterday. So we have Power Rangers Jungle Fury volumes 1 through 5, Primeval series 1 to 3, Sherlock Spaced, and then also the Tudors and Tin Man, and also Supernatural, which I don't think was completely visible at the time. So yeah, that's it for my collection overview for 2011. I don't know when my next one's going to be. I might just do one for my TV, because I do love showing my TV collection off. So yeah, until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye.